Westchester, and welcome to this week's episode of WCU Weekly. I'm your host, Courtney Medwin, keeping you updated on all WCU has to offer. Starting off this Wednesday, the Office of Wellness Promotion is hosting an event called Any Ram Can. Students can visit the Ram Connect page to sign up for this event from 3 to 4 on April 14th. This event will teach students how to be an active bystander. Specifically, the workshop will focus on being a bystander to alcohol use as well as how to intervene as a bystander. If this interests you, please visit their page and sign up now. From 7 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday night, join the Center for Civic Engagement and Social Impact for an event to help students understand health insurance. The workshop will feature guest speakers Megan Barber and David Buno of the PA Health Insurance Department. You can register on Ram Connect to make sure all your health insurance questions get answered. If Wednesday doesn't work for you, join Rams After Hours on Friday, April 16th from 8 to 10 p.m. for a lip sync battle. The event will be hosted over Zoom with other WCU students. There are chances to win fun prizes such as a golden microphone. Head over to Ram After Hours Ram Connect page to sign up now. Looking towards later this month, on April 24th, the Unitarian Congregation of Westchester would like to invite WCU students to celebrate Earth Day. The event will be in person at 501 South High Street in Westchester. Come with sidewalk chalk and family who would also like to show their support for the Earth. With any questions, contact Zaya Morel at zm886631 at wcupa.edu. Looking for other ways to get involved? Visit the WCU website or the events page on Ram Connect for more events happening soon. In today's episode, we will be featuring Sharif Dawson with sports, Brianna Randolph with weather, Cecilia Tabor with organizational highlight, me with Entertainment Minute, and Callum Oakey with our Distress segment. First, we'll head off to Sharif Dawson for sports. Let's hear it, Sharif.
I'm Sharif Dawson reporting this week's sports. Golden State Warriors rookie center James Wiseman suffered a tear to the meniscus in his right knee and could miss the remainder of the season, sources told ESPN. Wiseman, the number 2 pick in the 2020 NBA draft, underwent imaging on Sunday for an injury suffered on Saturday night. Further evaluation with the team doctors is needed to discuss the extent of the injury and the plan for action for a timetable return. Wiseman, who was 20 years old, suffered the injury in the second quarter over the victory in Houston when he awkwardly landed on the Kevin Martin Jr. after he was blocked for a dunk attempt. Wiseman is averaging 11.5 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 21 minutes per game this season. He missed 3 weeks in February due to a wrist injury. We wish Wiseman and the Golden State Warriors all the best in their speedy recovery. That's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you guys stay active, healthy, and motivated. Until next time, I'm Sharif Dawson.
Hello and welcome to Organization Highlights. I'm your host, Cecilia Tabor, and today we will spotlight the Orientation Leader Team, or OLs, here at Westchester. The OLs have many roles on campus, such as informing students about campus resources, mentoring incoming freshmen and transfer students, facilitating small group meetings, and much more. Even though this year has not been a traditional school year, the orientation team has still worked to make sure that new students are able to learn about WCU and get involved. I spoke to Rob Wiley, a member of the leadership team for orientation leaders, about how the team has adapted this year and the upcoming programs that students can get involved in.
Good morning, Westchester Golden Rams. My name is Robert Wiley. I'm a second-year social work major with a minor in political science, and I'm also on the leadership team as the information technology specialist. So a little bit about my job. As the leadership team, I kind of help facilitate the new student programs department orientation leader team that every freshman gets to meet when they come up to do their orientation events. So there's a lot of changes happening kind of campus-wide this year, specifically in new student programs though. One big change is the shift from Welcome Weekend to Welcome Week, and I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about that. So in the past years, we've had Welcome Weekend, which was a 3-week period where students could come up to campus on any of our open slot days where you could just do an orientation event, get to know campus, and kind of orient yourself. And now we're going to be doing Welcome Week, which is 9 straight weeks of orientation events where you can come up to campus Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday for an in-person experience, or Fridays if you're not comfortable coming up to campus yet. We conducted this change just so we can facilitate more orientation events where students get to come on campus and feel safe considering the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is the best way to do it, by getting so many open slots and stuff like that. I became an orientation leader because I did my first year orientation events and kind of watched the student leaders, orientation leaders, facilitate the program really well. They showed students how to get around campus, how to navigate through certain construction areas and stuff that were in the way. And they also showed you just how to have a good time and be kind of excited that you were getting to experience being on a college campus. It was a really exciting process for me. And so in regard to NSP, we actually have a few different events that are starting in the summer and some that have actually already started with our WCU Here program that's on campus right now. For that WCU Here program, we've been having our orientation leaders run weekly interest meetings. These are meetings where you can kind of just go get to know your orientation leader staff, learn about some campus resources, and then at the end of the meeting kind of just talk about the things that you're interested. So some of the events that we have right now might be events interested in cooking, or events interested in cinema production, or events interested in sports. So there's really just a meeting for everybody, and the people that are orientation leaders that are in those meetings actually have the background knowledge on those specific topics, so you might be able to get some good information about it.
Good. Thank you so much, Rob, for speaking to me about what the orientation team has done to adapt this year and what the team has to offer for the rest of the semester. If you're on campus for WCU Here, make sure to find a cohort meeting that interests you and sign up. You can register for these meetings on Ram Connect under the Events tab. That's all for me this week, and don't forget to message the WCU Weekly Instagram page or contact me at ct950208@wcupa.edu for a spotlight in our segment. I'm Cecilia Tabor, and thank you for joining me for Organization Highlight.
Hey Rams, welcome back to another episode of Entertainment Minute. On this episode, we'll be talking about Taylor Swift's version of Fearless, your guide to all the shows being renewed and canceled this year, and this year's GLAAD Awards. Let's get started. Taylor Swift will be releasing her re-recorded album Fearless on Friday, April 9th, which means by the time you're watching this, it's already out. This album includes the original 13 tracks as well as 6 from the vault new releases. These songs include That's When and We Were Happy, both featuring Keith Urban, You All Over Me featuring Maren Morris, Don't You, and Bye Bye Baby. The 6th song, Mr. Perfectly Fine, was released early last Wednesday. This album is the first of 5 Taylor's plans to re-record and release following her feud with Scooter Braun. So go ahead and listen to this re-recorded album of Fearless, out now. Let's get into a quick list of all the shows being renewed, canceled, and ending this upcoming season. First, Project Runway will return for its 19th season. Young Sheldon has been renewed for 3 more seasons, and Mr. Mayor will return to NBC for its 2nd season. World of Dance has been canceled after 4 seasons, but Outlander has been renewed for its 7th, along with Superman and Lewis for its 2nd season. Coming to an end is Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Mom, which will both conclude after this upcoming season. Last but not least, Riverdale will continue for its 6th season. It's sad to see these shows go, but it sounds like a lot will continue on. The GLAAD 2021 Media Awards premiered April 8th, highlighting some of the best movies, TV shows, and more. The Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation is the largest LGBTQ+ media advocacy organization in the world. Niecy Nash hosted this virtual event highlighting diversity and representation. Some of the night's biggest winners were Schitt's Creek for Outstanding Comedy Series, Happiest Season for Outstanding Film, and Sam Smith for Outstanding Music Artist. The night also included a reunion from the cast of Glee, paying a special tribute to co-star Naya Rivera. The full list of winners is out now, so make sure to check it out. That's all the time we have for you today. I hope everyone is enjoying this nice spring weather, and I will see you all next time. Signing off, I'm Courtney Medwin.
Hey WCU, I'm Callum, and I'm giving you another episode here of the De-Stress segment for WCU Weekly this week. So let's dive right into it. So some of the ways to de-stress, I know I go over these a lot with our first episode and even last semester, but they're very important to go over. We're not going to be doing so much as test-taking strategies, when studying and de-stressing when it comes to taking tests and midterms and doing papers and finals, all that. We're going to do something a little different with talking about how to de-stress other than for tests and stuff like that. So some ways to de-stress are exercising. That's definitely a good way to do it, whether you go walking, play sports, stuff like that. That will really help you de-stress in times that you're really stressed or, you just have a lot going on in your mind. Another way is to mediate. So doing mediation such as, yoga if you're interested in that, or some other way of mediation, prayer for some people. So that can really help you also de-stress. Staying positive, laughing, hanging out with friends, stuff like that, just being in sort of like a happy place, your happy place. That really helps people de-stress as well and sort of gets your mind off of the thing or things that you're stressed over in that particular amount of time. So basically, another way is to unplug. So unplug from everything that you're doing, whether it be social media or looking at the news or even D2L for that matter. Now, I'm not saying don't ever go back to D2L. That is very important, or never go back to looking at the news and stuff. Those are all very important in today's society. What I'm saying is take a break, whether it be 30 minutes, an hour, or something like that. Take a small break from those kind of sources of stress, if that's what's stressing you out, and find something to do that unplugs you from all of that, whether it be like one of the other ways that I said earlier, exercising or mediation through prayer or yoga or some other means, and staying positive through these these times, especially too with everything that's going on in the world today. And also get out there and find ways to de-stress. I mean, the ways that I've just said are not all the only ways to de-stress. There are thousands of different ways for people to go out and de-stress. So find your own way to de-stress if none of these options work for you. Maybe hanging out with friends is one of them. Maybe just sitting back and watching TV, watching a movie, something like that, is what works for you, and that's totally fine. And that's all I have for you guys today with the de-stress segment. We'll have one more de-stress segment for this semester, and until then, I'll see you the next time, WCU. Have a great week.
Hey Golden Rams, Courtney Richards here, signing you off for this week's episode. We hope you enjoy. To finish off the episode, I just wanted to recap on some of the fun activities we have going on this week. As always, there is a Monday Flow event on April 12th from 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. to kickstart your week. The Health and Wellness Organization is presenting Health Nut, Let's Get Physical on Monday, April 12th as well from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. OLS's Trey and Simon are hosting Sports Madness on Tuesday, April 13th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And lastly, the Spring Communications, Marketing, and Sports Meetup will be on Tuesday, April 13th from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. provided by the Career Readiness Organization. Remember to check out these events and more on Ram Connect as well. Well, that's all the time I have for today. See you next time, Golden Rams.